The dish now to Harden. He feeds it to Johnson. Let's go. That one a little long.
I'm not sure about that shot, guys. The defense really all over.
And there's the foul, and it's on Garbage Man. That's foul number 2 for him.
It's unusual to see this from him. 3 turnovers already?
Yeah, that's too many. He normally doesn't do that, so look for him to settle down and find it.
Let's go, you're up. My time.
Rockets trail by 3. Johnson outside. To the left wing. McDaniels kicks to Jones. 4 seconds left. And the layup is good.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
No, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they're cutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
Tuesday. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've been watching for the Kings, guys.
And I'm just so impressed with the long-range shooting. They have really lit it up from outside.
Yeah, the sharp shooting from deep, a big part of their lead, and they're playing with confidence and shooting it well.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for Sacramento. Cannon in at point guard. Stauskas is out there with Carl Landry. Then there's Thompson. And it's McCallum in at the 2 spot. Here's Cannon. Kicks to McCallum. Here's Stauskas. Covered by Brewer. Good ball movement here by the Kings. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
We're looking now at some numbers for Trevor Ariza. How his season went last year. He averaged about 12 points a game last year, 5 rebounds and 2 assists. And some pretty good numbers, I think, guys, when you look overall at his contributions.
Yeah, and he's always looking to raise his game, and that's what you see in his consistency. One of the important characteristics that he brings to the table.
Here's McDaniels. Jones kicks to Stockton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Brewer. And he makes good on his first shot of the game. Brewer's got his first bucket in this one. Here is Garbage Man. He's covered by Stockton. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Well, a good one here for Garbage Man. He's got 10 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
I'm sure they'd like to get him a few more of those, so look for them to run some screens for him, try to pop him open.
Stockton outside. Pass to McDaniels. The feed to Jones. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Jones has got 6 points.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Garbage Man in their last game against the Spurs got down to business. He had 18 points and seemed to be seeing the action in slow motion, piling up a huge amount of assists. This game of his was just a standout, all-around display of basketball. Coaches love to see that, Kevin.
Thanks for the great report, Doris. Guys, the way he carried them that night, Clark, I thought was truly incredible.
Absolutely. I mean, he did the work of several players in that game. He really didn't need much support at all.
But they shouldn't count on that type of performance again tonight, Clark. I mean, his teammates need to be prepared to carry a little bit more of the load.
Second shot opportunity, and he sinks the layup. Garbage Man's got 9 points in the quarter.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
Passes it to McDaniels. Puts up a 3. And with that shot, the Kings lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Ariza.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Here is Garbage Man. He's covered by Stockton. Stauskas, the pass to Cannon. Here's Stauskas. Launches a three, and Jones pulls it down. Here's Brewer. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. This is the list of last season's top shooters from the charity stripe. These guys were practically automatic. And you look at Garbage Man, 4th in the league, and as consistent as they come at the free throw line.
He seemed to be locked in from the foul line all last season. Just never got off that roll he was on.
And it's tied up with that one. And the Kings will go for a different look here. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Thompson. Boozer comes in for Carl Landry. Rudy Gay's checked in for Stauskas. And McLemore's subbed in for Ray McCallum. The Rockets also changing it up. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Terrence Jones. Monte Eunice comes in for Trevor Ariza. And James Harden subbed in for McDaniels. Here is Garbage Man. He's covered by Stockton. And Cousins gets it to go. Mark and Steve, this tug-of-war game continues.
You know what? And they just keep flip-flopping the lead again and again and again.
Yeah, how about that last lead change, guys? That's number 7 for the game.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. Stockton dishes to Monte Eunice. He kicks to Howard. Shoots from the baseline. Rebound by the Kings. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And one way to nullify a home court advantage, like they did that night, Kevin, light it up from the three-point line. Nothing is more demoralizing to a home crowd.
Steve, you're exactly right. I mean, that was the great equalizer. Their perimeter play definitely took them over the top.
It's Harden with the drive. Here's Brewer. The Rockets again can't hit. Sacramento leading by 3. Here is Garbage Man. 17 points in the game. He dishes it to McLemore. Pass to Cannon. Feeds it to Cousins. And that one hits back iron.
Well, his shot's been off today, no question. He's not the guy they're going to want to look to if they want to keep this lead where it is.
And the Kings pushing it up now. Here's Cannon. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
That was the 3rd straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
I agree, Clark, but it doesn't look like they have the will to do that at this moment.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Now let's take a look back to last year and the season Dwight Howard had. 7th in rebounding, 11th in blocks, and he seemed to have a great touch from inside and out. He was in the top 15 in field goal percentage.
And, you know, in terms of his rebounds per game, Steve, it was really a special season for him. He was a tough, physical player on the low block.
You know, even from here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the officials.
Rockets have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. And the first one drops.
Here in the second quarter, they've made all of their shots.
Great job shutting him down.
Houston making some changes. Ariza comes in for Corey Brewer. And it's Johnson in for Stockton. Gay outside. Back to Collison. Dishes it to McLemore. 4 on the shot clock. Collison kicks to Gay. Sacramento again missing.
Guys, listen up. We can't afford to crash the offensive glass here. on the release.
Garbage man, he's checked in for Sacramento. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Kevin, Doc Rivers was just addressing the plan with his team. Their transition offense has to be a focal point, he told them. Points on the break are going to be crucial for the rest of this game. He also said something you don't hear too often from a coach. He told his guys they should have a shoot-first mindset instead of trying to be, quote, too cute with the ball. Guys, they're clearly hoping those changes have an effect even before this game makes it to halftime. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris.
Defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
Kings leading now by 3. Oh, with that last huddle, you could see the coach was addressing how they were going to make a tactical adjustment.
And after the coach does something like that, it's on the players now to lock in and follow the lead and execute. If they don't, then the coach will put them on the pound.
And Cousins gets it to go.
Intelligent passing there to make that hoop possible.
Rockets trail by 5. Johnson attacking. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
They haven't had as much success in the paint here. Everything is from the perimeter. They're settling too much for what's going on the outside. They've got to get back to getting it inside.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Here is Garbage Man. He's got 21.
Oh, my goodness. What a huge play.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatics.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
I'm with you, Kevin. You can't fault him for that. I mean, just let him go. Who cares?
Collison, no good.
You know, not only is the game neck and tight, but the rebounding battle is too. Extremely close on the boards.
Yeah, both teams have really put in a terrific effort down low.
Gay with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. It's Gay with the drive, and he banks in the layup. Gay's got 6 points in the quarter.
He's got a lot of momentum going with his own game. It's been great today and just as hot as he was last time out.
The pass to Johnson. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
The Kings making a switch here. Stauskas is checked in. Gay left side. Fade away. That's good. And now it's an 8-point Kings lead.
You know, it seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through. And that's not something they should get away from.
Johnson gets to Ariza. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off. Well, as far as the defense goes, Clark, that is not what's going to keep them in this lead.
Yeah, but from the other perspective, you can see just how much that dunk pumped those players up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I agree, guys. I sense a little bit of a momentum shift here.
Here's Stauskas, and he banks in the layup. Stauskas has got the lead up to 8 now for Sacramento.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile here. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
Harden the pass to Howard. And some nice passing there by Houston. And the basket by Johnson.
Well, give credit where credit is due. Terrific assist inside.
Last game for Houston, they picked up the win against the Warriors in Oakland.
And if you look at their numbers in that game, what jumps out most is the balance offensively. They really spread the wealth.
And they were on fire in all areas. That was a very satisfying road win.
The Kings have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
Well, you look back at a season ago, this is a club that made 78% of its shots from the free throw line, so very comfortable with that strike.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
Thompson, he's checked in for Sacramento. Landry comes in for Rudy Gay. And then for Houston, Terrence Jones comes in for Monty Eunice. And it's McDaniels in for James Harden. Ariza outside. Another steal. Cannon passes to Collison. Cashes in for a double-digit lead. Collison's got 5 points so far.
You know, regardless of who starts the break, it seems like he's usually the one to finish it.
And that's because of how well he attacks the rim on the dead run.
From outside the arc, the shot by McDaniels, no good. And that does it for the first half of play. The Kings on top.